Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena 1v1 between our clown running in red as the Spanish and in green Brew, Assassin Ostrich, better known as Brew, Brazilian player I think, is that correct, from South America for sure. I think he's Brazilian. In green he's playing as the Incas. Very fitting I guess. Running should be from Germany. Brew, Brazil. Okay, Incas and Spanish. It's not so far apart from what they're actually living. And I think that's the first game that I'm casting that was actually played in 2021, so this year. And I'm looking forward to it. I got it from e2rex.com, so I just wanted to see how did they do. Players both with a high rating. Not quite sure how high they're rated. Is it standing here anywhere? No, not that I can see, but 2k plus for sure. And I'm really curious to see how they're playing this, because Spanish against Incas, I wouldn't have a good idea of what to do here. Spanish have a very wide tech tree as far as I remember. Incas can be really strong, have good options. Siege should be okay for them I guess, and then you have those strong elite eagle warriors that get so much pierce armor. And Spanish of course crying for Conquistadors, you get Paladin, you get full trash as far as I remember, and cheaper blacksmith upgrades as they cost no gold. I hope that's still the same. But let's go for the maps first here and then see what they're actually choosing to do. I would love to see Kameyuks against Conquistadors. Let's find out. We have a main stone for running. On the left hand side, forward dish, not too far, too close to the walls, but on the same side as the second stone, which is outside, one really close to his base here. Then we have a main gold forward as well, towards Bruce's base actually, and a third gold forward outside, also not so far apart, so that's more or less two weaknesses on this map, but it's okay-ish I guess. Second gold safe in the back, two sheep that he needs to pick up. He can see them, but he didn't send the scout there yet. He's gonna do that later on, I imagine. We have another relic not too far away from his base, and then we can go to Bruce's base. We do see for him a second gold on the left hand side, somewhere in the back, quite protected here actually. He's going for barracks as we can see now. Main stone forward. Main gold forwardish as well on the corner, and a third gold for outside, so this is a little bit of a weakness again, but third gold also close to the base, so it's okay. And the second stone on the right hand side close to the main gold. Actually quite mirrored, of course, main stone and gold are changing, and the main stone is a little bit worse for Brew in my opinion. But other than that, it's okay for him, I guess, and it seems quite fair. Relic-wise, he's got one relic not too far away from his base, somewhere in the middle between the two players, but closer to him. Extra gold between the two players. There's one relic that I consider to be in a neutral zone here. Extra stone, extra gold on the left, and another relic closer to Bruce's base. Do we see another extra stone? I think on the right-hand side there should be one. Yeah, there it is. And we're going to see a Trush from the Incas. No surprise, really, didn't really pay attention. It's in a Bozeman rush even, so we're going to see 4 villagers, plus the eagle inside the tower, and we have an archer range to create archers that we are going to see being put in the archer ranges. Brew must be on stone. Yeah, stone count is rising. 2 villagers here, 2 villagers in gold as well for the archers, and there's a lot of sheep left for him. Of course, he's got one free llama at the start, and he only went to feudal age, no castle age, so the food that he needed is not so much. We do see palisade walls around the second stone to find out if there is anybody taking that stone. It's not a laming attempt, it's just to get some vision in. And we have an outpost on the right hand side. Are we going to see another tower? Because there's 2 defensive towers for running already, who's with 5 inches on stone. And running, protecting the stone and the gold, making sure that Brew cannot just walk in. And now we have another tower coming up here for Brew, but running is continuing to wall this. Scout will go into the base, and there's houses and palisades. I imagine we're going to see another tower, possibly here on the right hand side of the main gold, and maybe even stone walls here, running on the way up to Castle Age. A lot of villages on stone. We're going to see a castle, and I guess then you can skip the tower. Castle maybe here close to the gate, or maybe delete some of these palisades, get on the right hand side, maybe get on the left, not quite sure about it, but it's an option for him, and he doesn't have enough stone for the castle yet. He's going for the siege workshop first to make sure that any upcoming tower will be attacked by mangonels immediately, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. There's an outpost coming up, not that important here, but the watchtower that Brew is actually not building would get attacked by the mangonel immediately, and therefore Brew is actually moving back, and running is able to get that wall fixed as the tower is attacking the gate here. Interesting choice. Brew is going back, he's on the way up to Castle Age, and running as a scout to the front to see what's going on. He should be able to see the stone here. He cannot see the main gold yet, but it's not a big problem. And now that Castle is up on the left hand side corner, attacking the tower, taking it down, and we're going to see the first Conquistadors, as well as a Monastery coming up. No extra TCs yet, but it's a fight with 800 wood in the bank. Actually, would love to see TCs, maybe a few more farms later on, but military is more important than economy at this point in the game, and I'm quite sure that running will be able to add extra TCs if he wants them. Now, we have a good amount of crossbowmen on the field. Brew, of course, went for archers, therefore the transition to crossbowmen is easily done, and there's a monastery in the middle of the map, close to the extra gold, with 3 villages are now mining gold. An archer range coming up, another one actually, that's second range as far as I can see. And do we see Conquistadors and a Mangonel? Yes, so we're going to see a few minor battles here in early castle age for both players, and one monk to try and grab some relics on the left hand side. It's still only the placed palisades that were not finished, just to see if running is going on that gold or not. And we have 2 Mangonels attacking the house. Blacksmith could go down actually. Sanctuary on the way for the monks, very important to see. And those crossbowmen need to be microed really well to fight against 2 Mangonels plus Conquistadors behind this. Mangonel coming up for Brew as well, and this could get interesting because that's 1 for nothing here, and that's a trade that running needs to do better. He's now being warned and he knows he needs to dodge the shots. That's 1 for 1 at this point. Crossbowman trying to attack the Mangonel, actually good attempt. At the same time the monks are falling to Conquistadors, so both players are actually trying to micro here. Brew with 1 TC, running with 1 TC. Yeah, as far as I can see that's the case. No, actually running at a second and third TC now. Wow, he's used the wood that he had, he went on stone. And as we do see more battles happening in the middle, running is going for a little bit of a mini boom behind this military action. Looks like Mangonel getting repaired. Brew almost got a good trade here. Didn't lose too many crossbowmen, if at all. KD 8 to 3, not really big at this point. The thing is, the crossbowmen don't really stand a chance against 2 or 3 Mangonels. Therefore, we're going to see redemption coming up for Brew, and he's going to try and convert. Look at this. This is just beautiful forward base here, and it's running who's now starting to attack this base, going for the monastery with the relics inside. But we have a monk that can now start to convert Mangonels, and that's exactly what's happening. 1 for nothing here, another conversion. That's 2 Mangonels lost for running, and Brew suddenly has the upper hand in the middle of the map here. Running, of course, should have more villages. That's actually 22 or 21 more. And it's Brew is going with 1 TC to Imperial Age, while running is adding economy. And now I'm really curious to see what Brew is going to do here when he is an imp. Are we going to see Eagle Warriors? Is it going to be Arbalests and Siege then? Trebuchets? Probably a good idea. And running is on the way up to Imperial Age as well, so I was just wondering about a ramp push here, but Imperial Age should be better. We also see running finishing that last stone mine, patrolling with the Conquistadors on the left hand side, crossbowmen patrolling in the middle, and we do see more crossbowmen production, while Wheelbarrow coming up for running, and Bloodlines. So it's going to be either Conquistadors or maybe heavy cavalry even. That would be nice. Second castle coming up next to the main gold on the right hand side. Makes sense. And with 2 castles against 1, only 1 from Brew, running should be able to keep his castles up. He's got a little bit of stone left to go for repairs. Imperial Age almost done, and there's also Conquistadors that can try to attack those trebuchets at least. But I think it's going to be a trap war now, and we do see 102 population for running. Brew on 83. He's got more military units, but not so many, so much more. Race on the way. Chemistry also coming up, and there's the first and second trebuchet for running. So it's 2 against 2. Crossbow moving forward, but the castle has 8+3 range, so it's actually running who has invested into blacksmith upgrades, going for bracer even, making sure that trebuchets cannot be hit by those arbalests now. And we do see a lot of villagers repairing that castle. No HP upgrades on any castle, and it's running who is attacking the trebuchets while Brew is attacking the castle, but that's only 2 trebuchets left. There's also the Conquistadors now moving forward, taking down a Mangonel. There's 1 conversion, and the trebuchets actually can they get another one down? I think that should be 1 more down, but bad luck here. And the castle still on low HP, but it's up, while the castle from Brew is now going down. That means no more trebuchets to produce, and running suddenly is in a very strong position, as he got 6 trebuchets, and Brew has to run away at this point. He needs to go back for a little bit. Monk on the left hand side to get some vision here. Blacksmith is going down. We do see the Eagle Warrior upgrade now coming in, is that correct? Yeah, Eagle Warrior, not Elite, it's just the Eagle Warrior upgrade. And 64 villages is not too bad, but it's not really good economy to fight against or potentially even heavy cavalry. That would be nice to see, but it's Conquistors for now. Elite skirmishers on the field to have some counter against those, even monks and arbalest of course, and the 6 trebuchets are moving forward now. They should be able to attack all of this. Nice forward building, nice forward base, and running has a chance to take the game now, I think. He's in a very, very strong position. He's starting to attack the monks. Of course, the arbalest will try to fight back here. Elite skirmishers being sacrificed to take down the monks. I guess it's not a bad idea. Conquistors, of course, is a unit that you don't want to get converted, but it's not too difficult to do it. And now we do see the 6 trebuchets hitting the archer ranges, one-shotting them even. Is it 5 or 6? 6 trebuchets. And the elite skirmishers are actually able to take down most of the monks. Conquistors following up. Those trebuchets could go down, but running is deciding to go back. He doesn't have enough military presence here to actually fight this. Instead, he is just using this as a little bit of a bait maybe to be able and take down all the buildings in the middle, and that's quite a big loss here for Brew. It's a big investment. You see a lot of buildings going down, university included, of course the monastery with the 2 relics here, castle going up, but I think with 6 trebuchets on the way, Brew only 2, that castle should not be able to stand for too long, and we might see a quick GG coming up. That's Palisades on the left hand side, but Brew cannot do anything against running taking the stone here. Castle going down really fast. Trebuchet is about to drop as well, and there is now Eagle Warriors moving in. 3+4 Peter's armor, very important to see. Foot upgrades except for the unique tag, I guess. There's just moving forward now for running, and he's almost got enough for a second extra castle here. That's one coming up in the middle, and there's the Cavalier. Beautiful to see, and running, winning by now threatening to attack with heavy cavalry, Conquistors, and the trebuchets behind this. Brew realizing I don't have the economy or the military presence to be able to defend, and he's calling it GG. I hope you enjoyed this one. Very interesting game in my opinion. Nice try to attack here, but running was able to go with the second castle and enough trebuchets to defend. And then of course it's hard with the 1 TC build to come back with enough economy like this. Running taking this game. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.